Whoa. Huh. What's the last redeem? The last redeem is what? Now, do I debate sitting here for a few minutes? I don't remember what actual updates I have on anything. Huh. I could have plugged in my mic and done like a stream with a good mic. Or a different mic. I don't think there's anything too new in here. I could show the book off, but I might as well wait until after to show the book off. This was my last update of the Azure Lane Volume 1 cards I didn't have yet. But I have a package that I probably shouldn't show. Definitely shouldn't show, because it has information on it, but I only was half tempted to show it because it has the TCGPlayer person it came from again. First thing, I don't know. My dad just asked me if I ordered this, and I was like, no. But then he was like, well, I have two of them now, so I have one now, apparently. This one I think I did order. I don't remember if it came from the same person, but it looked real cool, and it was like 30 or 40 cents from a seller that I was already trying to buy stuff from. Very cool. There was two different ones. The other one looked like the borders were like rainbows, but I kind of liked the simplicity and contrast of the black and white border. So I just stuck this one in there. I also technically didn't have any Regigigas cards at this point, but I think I ordered another one that's just a common, so this is just this. Also, before, as my stream title has just popped up to let me know that this stream is titled Awe, and the category is Azure Lane, I promise there is Azure Lane. I don't know why this is the second person I've received Azure Lane cards from TCGPlayer, and I think both of them have decided that blue tape is very funny. Plus, I don't know what these. I feel like these don't entirely qualify as top loaders. It looks like they just cut this with scissors. I don't know what these are. Blue tape is a bit funny. This isn't like the normal top loader that you see, but I don't know what this is supposed to qualify as. I don't know what those are. But I ripped off the right one. You'll get to see those later. I guess this was probably supposed to be the last one, because I think it's just in alphabetical order. But there's Perseus. Can I get the chat off my screen? No, if I click any of those, it's going to screw me over. Hi, chat. I love you, chat. I can see you on my computer. I just wanted to have more room to actually see what I'm looking at on my phone. There's Perseus. Oh, wait, never mind. I was like normal ass card, and then I got scared again. I turned it, and she started sparkling. Is it rare, therefore sparkles? Pretty. Pink boat. Uh-oh. He ain't here. You don't know. Normal Saratoga. This one's a trial deck card. So I got a couple, like the list I have over here, which I could leave on the bottom for no reason, but this one's from the list, I think. Somewhere. What number is she? She's an early one? She's number 10. She was on the list of stuff I needed to get. But then I didn't entirely stick to things that I needed to get. This is a trial deck card, which I'm not exactly here collecting right now, but Wasn't against it. Also, if I haven't mentioned, I don't currently have a link to the seller, but these cards were from Unique Emporium on TCGPlayer. I'll at least put the link later somewhere and in the description if this ends up on YouTube. But I kind of rushed into this one a little bit more than the preparation I was allegedly doing last time. There's Wesser. This is another trial deck card. You can tell because the bottom left says TD. 73. What number was Saratoga? Oh, never mind. That said 14. Not even close. I lied. Whoa. Somebody's sparkly. Who does sparkly one? Oh, hell yeah. Not sparkly. Just straight up holofoil sheen. I'm confused because the trial deck ones, the starters, each of the trial decks is based on a starter and faction. But like there's a normal trial deck card for the starters, and then there's one that says SR. And these ones are shiny. For some reason, I swear I see the shiny ones being cheaper than the non-shiny ones. So I don't know if this is like the one you get on front. So like, well, I don't know, because it's a trial deck. So I don't know. Shiny ones are cheaper for some reason. Not gonna complain. This was the more expensive card that was in the package. This one was 45 cents, but this is a rare. Does this sparkle? Oh. Pizza? Zara? Yeah, 1 second. Alright, quick run back through for Duck. Perseus, sparkly. Saratoga, not sparkly. Sorry. Also sorry. Perseus is from the base volume 2. Card that I needed on here somewhere. Up there. Saratoga's from trial deck. Just was because, like, yes, why not? Wesser's from a trial deck. But she's family, I think, and also dies. Nemi. Holographic. Holofoil, whatever we're calling it. She's trial deck 2. She's an SR from a trial deck, so she's got this amount of shine on her. Like the Javelin and Ionami cards from last stream did. Zara's another Volume 1 card that I didn't have. So I wanted to get her. Sparkly. She's a rare or whatever. I don't know what the double R means. Is it just double rare? Maybe it's just double rare. But she, much like Pamiya and Nagato or somebody, has the rarity that says RR. And whatever that means, I don't know. RR. Also, this is in here. Apparently, she's sparkly too. I don't even know if I realized that. I just keep forgetting that, like, all of the cards that say rare are sparkly. So, sparkly cat. Very nice. That was like 7 whole cards. 6 whole cards. And I've already been staring at them for 10 minutes. Oops. Maybe I did have more stream content than I thought. Looks like there's a piece of rubber stuck in there with Helena. I gotta file any complaints because I don't know. Is it still in the fight? I don't know. Let's talk about that. I don't know if it's from the seller. Because I may have accidentally made my dad like TCGPlayer now. And he specifically likes Japanese Pokemon cards for some reason. So I was like, hey, this seller has Japanese Pokemon cards, and they didn't like that many of them, but he may or may not have paid for these. Shout outs to today's sponsor, my dad. There's Helena. She's trial deck. She's trial deck card number 1. TE01. I'm not sure what the TE stands for, but TD is trial deck. There's Hornet, also from trial deck. I wanted to focus on those cards from Volume 1, but I did throw some trial deck cards in there that were like 10 or 15 cents because, I don't know, I did. Independence is from Volume 1. So she was needed. She was needed, she is acquired. Cute boat. This one was a little bit more expensive, but it was also a little bit more important. I think. She was like 22 cents. Don't stare at her. Don't do it, guys. Massachusetts. I definitely didn't just look down to make sure that I had the name. I may have looked down. I'm not even sure. I knew it started with an M. I just kind of looked down before I even thought about it. Commander, are you going for a stroll? I don't know. I went on one earlier. Another boat from Volume 1. Rare, so sparkly. Because apparently all rare cards are sparkly. North Carolina, unfortunately not sparkly. She's from trial deck, but she's very important for a number of reasons. I may have a slight interest in the state of North Carolina for reasons that people may or may not know. She's also the boat that, like, apparently she either was known or was self-described as, like, being boring, but also she just had a weird interest in wanting to wear a bunny suit. And then they didn't give her one for forever, and then they finally did, but North Carolina. Very plain, but very good. I don't have a good answer about why this is the 4th Palmy card we've bought. Listen, it was 10 cents, and I don't know why she is so undervalued, but if they're not going to value her higher, then oops, I took them all. I gotta go. May or may not be the 4th. Well, okay. I can't say it's the 4th one I've bought, and I can't say it's the 4th one I've seen, or the 4th one I've temporarily owned. It's the 4th one I've had some amount of a part in the purchase of. I think Spee is number 80. She's from the volume. She's a card that needed to be acquired and is now acquired. Sparkly, number 80, back to being part of Volume 1. I don't remember. It says S102, so I was wondering before if that meant, like, printing 2 of Volume 1. Benson, she's a trial deck. I'm not 100% sure why I got her, but she's probably cheap. There's another bunny for whoever needs their bunny quota filled for the day. Craven. Very normal Craven, very common boat. Uh-oh. I think I realized who else is in this pack. That's not who I was thinking about. There's a maid. Apparently I got a couple more trial deck cards than I thought. Like, I don't know. I want to say there's not that many cards I'm missing, so it's not amazing that, like, it wouldn't be more trial deck cards. Yep. Have you seen Sarah? I want to try my new camera. She's, a big fan. She's a big fan. The biggest fan? Maybe not. But she's a fan. all? Uh-oh. Hamu Mamu. How long were you going to keep me waiting being alone? Feels so... Check this out. We'll fight you till the very end. Alright, so that's all the... boat cards. Either more or less than I thought I got. I don't remember. I'm taking the cards. I chucked them back in the sleeve after every one I opened, but I'm taking them back out now. Okay, there was one non-boat card. Going back through them. Spee from Volume 1. Benson from Trial Deck. Craven from Trial Deck. Glasgow from Trial Deck. Ridley from Trial Deck, along with two will be shown again later. Hamu Mamu, Trial Deck. Helena, Trial Deck. All the Trial Deck cards don't come in sparkly forms, I think. Some of them have holofoil, but non-sparkly cards. Oops, found the cord. Hopefully I don't knock my phone down again right now. Independence, Volume 1. A rare. Leipzig from Trial Deck. Massachusetts. A rare from Volume 1. North Carolina from Trial Deck. I would say I can explain, but I don't think I can explain. I already explained. I'm gonna have to explain again, aren't I? That one's Maggie's. Don't look at me. I didn't do anything. Perseus. Who is a rare from the set. Saratoga. Cardboy for you got the PS4 Azure game. That's good. I have a shared library with the Steam version of it, but I don't think it would like my computer very much, so I haven't gotten to play it yet. But cards. Saratoga from Trial Deck. Wessers from Trial Deck. This one's from Trial Deck, but this is the super rare version. I just bought these all from TCGPlayer, so I'm not saying like super rare, look at how lucky I am. No, it was like 20 cents. Zara. This is the only one from the small purchase that's a rare or whatever means. Pizza boat. Heavy cruisers are, and I look forward to bringing victory and glory to your fleet. That's nice. Also Caillou. Because why not? Since I didn't think the amount of cards I'd have to show off would be enough for stream content, I was probably going to put them away and then actually show off the binder again. Those were the other two cards. This one I said my dad got it in the mail and was like, "Did you order this?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And he was like, "Well, I have two of them, so..." Or he got it and he already had one, so he was like, "Oh." He was like, "I'll take it." And he was like, "Well, now I don't have two of them." So he gave it back to him and he was like, "I need it." This one I did order. This one he was confused about how he ended up with, because he keeps buying Japanese cards. He likes the Japanese cards for some reason, but I thought this one was cool. There was two Japanese Regigigas. The other one had like more rainbow borders. I think it might have been like 10 cents more, but I also just kind of liked the simplicity of the black and white border in this one, so I liked this one. Also technically never had a Regigigas card, but now we have that. If I can pull this tin out without the world falling down for a second. That's a Bakugan card. There's other cards I have top loaded in a separate tin. This Spyro card for some reason. This one I've had for a while, and I always like. I've never owned a Suicune card, but I own this card, so I just left this in the Suicune slot for a while. And I was like, just imagine. I always imagined how mad I would have been if I had gotten the other half of this card with just like the text on the bottom. But I got that half and just kind of had it for a while, and then was finally like, you know what, this is probably a cool card that I have, so now it's in the top loader. These are all from a certain somebody that you might know. When I say all, I mean the next three. And when I say the next three, I mean the next two after this. Where's Pot of Greed? I don't think I have any Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here. I used to have a couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards that came from McDonald's. And then I never knew where they went. And we found some more in the attic. Yeah. Very nice coughing card. Totally why I own it. Because I'm such a big fan of coughing. Huge Torkoal fan, by the way. The sparkle. There's the sparkle. Shine. Sheen. Holofoil. Coughing is awesome. That's nice. Hiplup. Summon Bad Turtle. Oh no. This one I think came out of a dollar store pack. Or it was around when I thought it was funny to buy a couple dollar store packs. Not the most special, but I have it. Here's the card that I found on a walk. The other week. I'm not gonna say that, oh my god, we got hit by like the tornadoes that were sweeping across the country, but the rainstorm that it brought, I found it that same day, and I was like, alright. This came from a 151 pack, the only pack I've ever seen of it. Just randomly showed up, and I was like, Dolls, what's this? And he's like, good packs. I had a Mew in it. That's nice. This also arrived. I think my dad handed this to me. I was like, here you go. I don't know why I have this. And I was like, okay. I have it in here too because I don't know. I just felt like leaving it with the Mew from the same set. These are both 151 cards, I think. A set with 165 cards. This came out of, I don't remember what pack, but this was another one I actually opened. I don't open too many cards, but sometimes we get like loose packs, and that came from one. We could probably talk about this in a second. My dad has found out, and/or I told him that I like Rotom. So he bought some Rotoms, including this one, and I was like, sir, that's the one that I already spent like $15 on. But this one also came, and he was like, did you order this one? And I was like, I don't think so, but he was like, do you want it? And I was like, sure. Well, no, I'm not exactly like mad. I think I'm gonna take, because I will elaborate in a moment. This is not the one that I spent $15 on. This is the one that he got for I don't know how much, but I will show the one that I spent the money on in a moment, because it's in a different page. But I think I might swap them out, so I have... Yeah, this is basically what the product on the shelf looked like, which is funny now that he's just in there. There's one of these tins where he's just picking out like Let me out. Let me out. What's that about? So here's a Rotom figure that came from a Gachapon machine that has no color. So they're like, oh, look, you got the special silver variant. Give me some damn color, bro. But I do have another Rotom. What's on the back of here? Just, B. B's in the chat? Metal Oopa? Not quite. I don't know why I'm trying to take this card out separately, or this page out separately. How much of this can I fit on screen? Not much. Alright, I should probably just pick my phone up and start footaging. Not being lazy. Once again, I have a binder on my desk that I set that on. Set my phone on, and I'm like, this is my camera angle now. Here's the Rotom page. There's the one we spent $15 on. This one, he ordered like that one and that one. Had this one. This is my oldest one, I think, from 2009. I traded a Flygon for this that may have been a bad idea because it was like a $13 Flygon. But I was like, dude, why is this Rotom holofoil? I didn't have a holofoil Rotom. And then I found out that it was like a common promo, and I could have gotten it for like a couple cents probably, but there's a reverse holo Rotom. Shiny. Here's the non-electric type Rotom page for now. Japanese fan. That's a holofoil Heat Rotom. Normal Mo Rotom. Psychic type 1. Rotom Dex. Drone Rotom. Don't worry about the Gardevoir page. Just going in backwards order. This is the, like, okay, most of these are Pokemon girls, but these are like the NPCs that I couldn't place in a generation, or I ran out of space for. There's Lacey and Miriam. Nimona, as apparently there's 2 different Nimonas. Whereas we'll see that again in a moment, probably. There's some times where there is the same character in 2 different sets, but they like actually gave him 2 different arts. It's crazy. She's in here. Don't worry about that. There's the Iono page. These are both from 2 different sets for some reason. There's a reverse holofoil. And I have yet to figure out what this one is, but it's in there. These are also from the same person that sent the Torkolan cards earlier. Actually, most of these are. We're just gonna throw that one back out there again. Most of these are from them. Why am I not saying their name? I don't know. Should I be saying their name? Probably. Thanks, Dolls. Who's also been the name on my screen this entire time because apparently the last channel point redeem was Love from Dolls. So, love Dolls. Generation 8. So it's just 9. There's another one this is mentioning that apparently these 2 Sonia cards are from different generations even though they're identical. I don't know why I put them in 2 different slots, but I sure did. Galarian. This card that we had for a bit until I eventually found out this is the alleged grandmother. The professor before she handed it down or something. Generation 7, hell of a generation for a waifu. That's a Lily page because cards just happened. Generation 6. About the only character I know from Generation 6 is Corina. Serena, I guess. Colress, who's there for some reason. Japanese Iris. Junipers, Skyla, Elisa, Chantal, Cynthia and Caitlin. Cynthia would be on the Gen 4 page, but I ran out of room, so I just moved her both. I had one on the Gen 4 page and one on the Gen 5 page, but Now she's all on the Gen 5 page because I ran out of room. Gen 4 is pretty stacked. This girl, my dad was like, Roseanne's backup. And I was like, you mean Roxanne? And he was like, no, Roseanne. I was like, who the hell's Roseanne? Apparently this is one of Professor Rowan's assistants. So she exists. We're Gen 4. Gardenia, Candace, Friends. The other... Uh-oh. Oh. She's a rare. I don't know why she's a rare, but she's a rare. It's like the Generation 3. I didn't know who any of these were, but it said they were from Generation 3. And I was like, alright. I forgot who they are again, but... Flannery. Roxanne. I've probably, like, already showed off this entire book last stream, but... I got time to fill. I don't think I have time for the thing I was going to do after this. I was going to do a run of Shantae, but I probably don't have time for that now. Oops. Whitney, Lance, Jasmine, Generation 2, Generation 1. I probably do, especially when everything gets canceled. Okay, there's a difference between, like, yeah, I could probably have time for it. And, I feel like I should probably be around, like, a half an hour before for any possible troubleshooting, so I don't end up being part of the problem. Here's the few blue archive cards I have, because, I don't know, there's the one Kotori card. Okay, well, one of two. Got that one from a net friend. Okayu cards. So, since we're here, I need to pull my sleeves out. Not wearable sleeves, sorry to disappoint. No long... Rotom just fell down. Where'd you go? Where'd he go? I'm not going to be available. You're not going to be available for like 2 hours, so I have time. Well, I'll probably have to hurry this up. Say, elf. Would get a spam bot with the word Gura in their name. Ah! Okay, she's sleeved. She'll... I don't know. This one's sparkly, so I feel like I should probably go in the middle of the page, but... I'll just... I'll stick her up here for now. Be tempted to stick her in the middle, but since there's not room in the middle right now, we can say that, top of the page is also special, right? Okayu page. Also, notice that there is a very shiny Okayu up there that we will get to in a bit. I guess I could have shown a couple of these. I don't remember entirely if I showed through. I don't know. I think I showed all these, but these are cards that I only have a few of. May get more eventually. Those are the two main ones. Oigan and Nimi are very important. There's Unicorn too. Empty pages, because I separated. These are the trial deck cards. So now I'm going to have to really quick go through the cards I got, drop all the trial deck cards, so I can put them in the binder. Rare, rare, trial deck, rare, trial deck, double rare, rare, trial deck, trial deck, trial deck, rare. These ones will be going in the front, and these ones will be going in this section. I guess I will really quickly sleeve them all before I pretend I'm going to binder them on stream or something. I don't know. It probably really doesn't matter to watch me put them in here, but Maybe I will. I had to do more stuff on stream to pretend like there was any reason that I streamed this. I thought about just, like, showing them on Discord to be like, alright, look at the 5 cards. Good. Alright, move on. Because I didn't have 100 cards to go through like I did the first time, where I was like, yeah, this is a big deal. My first TCG purchase, and it was like 100 cards, so the first one was like, yeah, this is stream worthy. Less sure if this is stream worthy, so I was trying to come up with other stuff to show off to make it sound worth it. I'll set this one to the side because I'll give her a moment in a second. Sorry I bought a Hamu Mamu and don't have a Yorktown. Elena. Bunch of eagle boats, apparently. Didn't realize I got so many eagles. They're all sleeved now. They're all sleeved now. Gridley is back there because I wanted to give her her moment of happiness with Saratoga. Alright, where are we looking? 70? 73. Alright, I need you two to move. Move over here. She's 71, so 2, 3. Weiser goes up here. Yeah. We'll see. Sometimes the sleeves are like, yep, I'm happy to go on the page, and other times they're like, no. Not really a fan. I didn't pay for them though, so I can't complain them. Alright, I'll put these in order. 1, 5, 21, 13, 4, 2, 66, 7, 63S. Mimi goes there. 7, 2, 4, 5, 13. I didn't realize, sorry guys, I didn't realize I threw you directly on top of Saratoga. 10 and 14. There's a couple slots in between Saratoga and Gridley. Can't believe it. 14. Saratoga is 1 past Hornet. Alright. Alright, real quick. I put them in numerical order and then I was like, I'm going backwards. Maybe I should start from the last one. So we're starting from the last one. Leipzig. She's 66. Hello? Focus? I'm reading through the camera, so I need you to focus. Alright, whatever. 66. I should know math by now. Alright, 63 would be the last one on the page before, so 4, 5, 6. She goes up here. She's in her page. Aww, look, they're together. Isn't that sweet? Makes sense. Did you say you were 63? 63. So she's the last one on the page. Right next to Hipper. Kind of like wiggling it back and forth. Because if I try to shove it down there too, you obviously don't want to shove the sleeve in there too hard. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't entirely know why I'm sleeving and then putting cards in a page. It feels like a pointless thing, but I'm doing it anyway, so. I might be dumb, but sometimes it's got the occasional plastic pieces, so sometimes the corner of the sleeve is like, it gets all wrinkled all to hell, so sometimes I wiggle it back and forth instead of trying to shove it down there as hard as possible. The next one is number 21. This page, there's Javelin. As prior mentioned, the hollow foil. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that's the correct spot for Glasgow. Saratoga's back on 14. Are we already on page 1? I don't have anybody. I didn't have a single card on page 1. Well, that's great, because now we do. Number 1. Helena. Number 2. I've made the focus real mad. Number 2, Benson. So I don't know why I'm trying to do all this stuff one-handed. Like, look, I'm putting them away. Be proud of me. I don't know. Number 4, Craven. Craven's got him. Joke for nobody. The most plot-relevant boats, Helena and Benson. Hamu Mamu's number 5. North Carolina, very relevant. 7, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Listen. I'm trying. That would have made sense if that one was 5, but that one does not say 5. Probably. I hope I didn't say 5. Alright, number 10, so I gotta flip the page. 10, top left corner. 8 ball, corner pocket. Ridley. Not to be confused with Ridley. 11, 12, 13. Can't see the other side of the page anymore. And the last one, 14. Saratoga. So that's all of these. That's a nice card. I'm gonna annoy everybody by flipping the screen so you can maybe see it better. But I flip it back. Honorary brick, or actually part of the brick family. I don't know. Real bricks. Maybe it doesn't want to focus because there's too many layers of plastic. It's not happy with me anymore. There's no to focus anymore. Is it trying to like focus on the reflection? I don't know. Whatever. Those boats. Boats. I don't want to like suddenly start rushing. I went from not knowing how to buy enough time to like now I need time to do anything after this. I'm going to continue saying that I don't think there's time to do much after this. Maybe I'll just have to practice. I mean, I could. It's not even like the run's going to take 2 hours. It's going to take hour 45 maybe. If I started a few minutes late to the AP, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's more so that I should probably be there ahead of time to prepare. Wait, okay, this is... Right. So this is the start of the trial deck. These are... Apparently, there's like 4 trial decks, 1 for each faction. I think each deck might have like 20 different cards in it. But then they all are in the same number pattern, so like... Eagles are the first 20, and then 21 or whatever starts being the Royal Boats. And then by the time we get to 40, probably number 40, 43, Isuzu, the Sakura boats. More Sakura boats than the Germans. I don't know where they qualify, but they're in there somewhere. But this chunk of the binder is the actual Volume 1 cards, which I now need to sleeve again. I need 6 sleeves. And then we get to cross some names off the list. 3 sleeves. 4 sleeves. 5 sleeves. 6. No, I was about to count to 7 and then I remembered there was... No, stop. Massachusetts in a sleeve. Rathsby in a sleeve. Sorry, I'm not streaming the sleeving process. I hope you can forgive me. Palmion and Maggie's. Zara in a sleeve. Perseus in a sleeve. Alright, what 6 card numbers do we have? We got number 10, number 73, number 99, number 106, 80, 107, 106, 107, 80 after 73. Okay. So a lot less cards to put away in the main portion of the binder, but they're more exciting, probably, because, you know, completion of the set or something. First one. Okay, so this is going from the back. This is card number 140, I think. Probably won't focus to show you that it's 146, but that's 146. I tilted it a little bit because I was like, I'm trying to see the card. Never mind, we're not going to put you through that. Focus. Why not light focus anymore? I don't know. It must be because there's too much plastic. It doesn't like focusing anymore. This is all the way to whatever number we're on now. St. Louis is 117. This would be where 110 and 111 goes. We don't have those. We have 107, which would go down here. Massachusetts. 107 right before 108. Top sleeve. What are we as our Portlanding at? Did I show too much Portland? Did I show not enough Portland? She was on somebody's thumbnail already. Hopefully that's a proper amount of focus. I'm going to set this down for a second because this is a not happy seeming sleeve to go in a pocket. Okay, she's in there. Okay, I'll just set these cards back over here instead of having to reach behind my phone to pick out a card. She should actually be the number before that, 106. 106 right in here. That is not in there all the way yet. Oops. Oh, good, palming out. I'm charismatic, experienced, and cute. All the things you aren't. Tam, tell me more. So there might be a problem arising. We might need Maggie to come take care of the arising problem. We might. I'm not actually sure what to do this other palm yet. I'm just gonna leave her over here for now, because I don't really need to shove her in the binder, but I probably shouldn't just, like, shove her in the middle of nowhere. She can have her own page later. I don't know. Just be... Oh. Is that why people hold things in their hands? Does it just like focusing if it's in your hand? Whoop. Might just be too much stuff going on in the background. No. Not focusing anymore. Alright, never mind. I don't know. Not a professional. Never used a camera before. Hocus! Hocus focus! Uh-oh. Good boat. Boats? Somebody's boat. Right. Speed's supposed to go in the book. Probably not on this page. I remembered how to do math, and that 81 would be the last one on the page, so 80 would be the second to last one on the page. Are these both going on this page? I'm wiggling it back and forth, trying to get it down there without destroying the sleeve, or the card, or the page, or the... I don't know. I should probably have better pages, or better sleeves, or not bother with the sleeves, but... Got them all, so we're using them now. Alright, so the last one on the previous page is 72. Which means that Zara gets the top slot. Pizza. Alright, we're gonna very carefully coax her into the sleeve, please. Sorry, I need a favor. He looks forward to bringing glory and victory to my fleet. Alright, but will you fit in this sleeve? That's very important to the victory, or whatever. Alright, she's sleeved. Boats. The only other card is Perseus, who's all the way at the front of the book. Alright, I won't just skip. Alright, well... Alright, fine. I'll do it closer. If I do it any further away, you won't be able to see anything. Boat. 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 Boats. Sorry, should I be moving slower? Lord knows it won't focus, so... I'll give you any chance to see any of them, then you won't. This is one of the other... She's a double R, whatever that means. Boats. I don't know why it's just focusing progressively worse and worse across the entirety of this stream. It's like, nah. It can't see anymore. Alright, can't see. Oh. Actually, Perseus is the last card for this page. There you go. That's where Perseus goes. So, first page, missing 6 cards. These 2 pages are completely full. Alright, it's probably not going to focus at all. Hello. 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 Phone is just giving up. Just giving up on life. Okay. Finger. Finger. Boat. Okay. Okay. It probably doesn't even look that good, but it's better than it was a minute ago, so... Binder. Binder. Boats. Boat. 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 Still got a pop-up covering that, so I don't even know what I'm pointing to. Boat. On another page. B. She's new. Boat. 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 Boats. Boats. Boat. Boats. Good boat. Boats. Oh, already in? Alright, well there's those. These are the few trial deck cards I have. I am trying to focus more on getting these. There's also a volume 2, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go buy volume 2 cards while I'm worrying about volume 1 or something, probably. There's also no volume 2 on TCGPlayer. Empty pages. Rebirth or Reverse for You or whatever they're called. Those cards. I don't have a ton of them, but I at least really like 2 of the ones I got. Those ones. Those are good boats too. Empty page. New Caillou page. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Archive. Pokemon. Rotoms, Gardevoirs. The generations of stuff. I don't know. I had them and I was like, how am I going to sort this out? And I was like, sure. I got my Pokemon in generation order, so waifus are in generation order too. I feel like I totally just like skipped past 4. Whether or not 4 definitely has the best waifus, I don't know, but it's my favorite generation of Pokemon, so. I don't even know. I don't even know what it is about Generation 4, but Generation 4. I don't speak controversial statements. I know that much. So Maggie's gonna come over and help solve my problem. I mean, I spent $2 on this one, and I'm not gonna say I regret it, but then when I find a bunch of 10-cent ones on TCGPlayer, I'm like, what the hell? She's a double rare. She's supposed to be expensive. This was also a double rare. Sparkly. Fractured stained glass pattern. Looks like fractured glass. A lot of the times when I get cards in top loaders, I'm like, I'd feel too guilty to take them out. So that's why these two are in there. This was the first TCG, or the first Azure Lane card I bought. Because it was from community friend Endeavor Gaming. And I was like, sure. I would palm me out. This still might be the coolest card we have. And I think one of my TCGPlayer cards has like a bunch more of these for cheaper. So we might end up with more very sparkly summer Hololive cards that don't like being in focus. But yeah. Okay, that's all. We streamed a heck of a lot longer than I expected, so this will definitely probably be on YouTube. Whether or not there was enough interesting for anybody to want to watch, or for me to like tell Dulce that he should watch, or anybody else, I don't know, but it'll be up there if anybody needs to relive anything or not. What? Do I have so many Oh, because I wanted lined index cards for something. Ah, yeah. That's why I got lined index cards. But I guess the last thing I'll do. And stream in a second. I might be back in a moment. I don't know. I might go to the Discord DM chat and be like, should I do thing now? Later, but cross off a couple of the names that we just got. We've got Perseus. Typhoon will happen eventually. Some of these cards are like, some of the ones we got were like 5, 10, 15 cents. Nothing to write home about. Unicorn, of course, is one of the cards that is unicorn priced. I mean, it's honestly only like $2 or $3, probably. Might be a little bit more. Sometimes, a lot of the times when you're looking at cheaper cards, I've still yet to verify if you can't sell anything on eBay for like less than $1. So like any card down to like the most common unwanted common card would be $1, and you can get it for like 3 cents on TCGPlayer. But then sometimes a card might be a bit of money on TCGPlayer, and then you can be like, well, I'll check eBay. You can get it for like a little bit cheaper, or not. But unicorn's a bit, because it's unicorn. Oopsie. Spee. We got Spee. We got Independence. We don't have Reno yet. We don't have... I got 107, didn't I? Who was 107? Oh, Massachusetts. Yeah, we got Massachusetts. And if the other number that hasn't been written down yet is 73, yeah, okay. I don't ask why I'm gonna write the names down just to cross them out, but I am. Massachusetts. Got 'em. Got Zara. That's 5 cards crossed out. What's the 6th one? Not Peter. Wasn't there another earlier one? No. Somewhere in the middle? Towards the end? Oh. We got 6 cards. One of them is another Palmy. Alright, that's the 5 cards we just got. We got a bunch more trial deck cards that aren't on this list because this is the goal. I think. I don't know. Now's the part in stream where I suddenly go like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. But too late. Too late. Have boats. Love boats. Love boats. Protect boats. Take care of boats. Maggie. Sorry. I need your help. I need help. I need help. Please send help. Please send help. Send help. Send help.